Welcome to Spilling the Tequila. Very, very, very exclusive. We are live from Las Vegas.
Viva
Woohoo!
Las Vegas!
Woohoo! For BravoCon 2023. First ever BravoCon to be live from Vegas, and we are going to bring you all of the news, all of the tea every single day. I'm Grace,
Correct.
by the way.
And I'm Sunny Joe, and welcome to a bonus exclusive episode of Spilling the Tequila. Now, only one of us could go over to Las Vegas, which was Grace. She's gone over there for our podcast to interviews live behind the scenes, bringing you all the tea from BravoCon for the next 3 days, today being day one. Unfortunately, I'm here over satellite in Sydney, Australia, because I'll be interviewing Housewives of Sydney.
Yes.
So we will have Grace being our correspondent over there in Las Vegas, and she's done very well today. And welcome to this episode, because I know we have a lot of new followers today that are tuning in to listen to this episode tonight. So Grace, take the break.
Welcome. Okay, well, I guess we'll just start from sort of the beginning, the top of the day, which was arriving into the facility. Now, I don't know, have you been to Vegas before?
I have not, but it's on my bucket list.
Okay, so all the buildings are interconnected and roads are closed, and it's just a very complicated city to get around. And so we got a bit lost. We ended up in a back entrance to the venue, which happened to be the talent entrance. And so we saw all these black Escalades pulling up, and we were like, who's in the cars? And then out pops Kyle Richards.
Shut up. Can I just ask one question? Did you already know that this was a thing, or did you find that by mistake? Because I feel like you've done your research.
No. We were just trying to find the entrance.
What type of
And
cars?
police
Limos?
were like, who are you? No, like big van, like not a Sprinter van, but like a big SUV
Okay, so keep
kind
going.
of
Give me the tea.
situation. So we
Give the
see
listeners.
Kyle, and everyone's screaming Kyle, Kyle. And as you know, I'm not a Kyle girl. So we continue to look for the entrance. Anyway, we walk in. Then this BravoCon woman says, do you love Beverly Hills? Do you love Garcelle? And I was like, yes, I do.
Straight away.
Like, go down there. We were like, okay, let's go down there. So we walked down this alley, and it was sort of like, like at a high school football game, how you have, are they called bleakers?
Yes.
Bleachers. Bleachers? Anyway, it was sort of like that. And a mini stage and these escalators behind it. And next thing I look up, and there's Sutton, Garcelle, Emily Simpson from the OC, and Gina, and they're coming down the escalator. And everyone was
Oh my
just
God, no way. Like Melania
Yes.
Trump and Trump coming down like the famous escalator scene, just doing
Yes.
the royal wave, and you're
Yes.
seeing him in flesh for the first time, and you're like freaking out. Yes.
Yes. And you don't know how tall they are. Like, you're trying to like get your bearings because you think that they're, really tall or really short. Anyway, so they did a panel about just being best friends and what it's like being best friends on the show. And none of it was really juicy. I will say for the info that Sutton still has Lisa Rinna blocked on Instagram.
Okay.
Not involved in that relationship.
I didn't
And
realize
Garcelle,
Sutton hated Lisa Renner.
yes.
Okay.
And Garcelle still has Erica blocked on Instagram. So that's
Really? Oh, and they're on this season together. Why does Garcelle still hate Erica, just from the previous seasons and stuff like that?
I think so. And I think
Yeah,
that
right.
Erica's probably not going to be nice to her this season.
Right. And
So that
and the
whole
funny
jealousy thing.
and it's funny you say that, because just to add in as a viewer that, Garcelle and Sutton, I guess, are the latest additions, because Erica has been on it for a while, and Whatso's part of the Kyle gang and stuff. And I think if you're on a show together, they realize that Garcelle and Sutton are very popular. They are.
Yes.
Garcelle's so popular and Sutton's very popular. Can I just add in, I love that you got a picture with Garcelle and Sutton. How did that happen? Tell the viewers, we'll put it. Yes.
So we were sitting down and we were watching them talk, and it was all like, none of it was particularly juicy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was great to watch them talk, and they're very funny and likable and everything like that. But I actually first Emily shouted out something about Shane, and he stood up and waved to everyone, and he was off to the side. And I was like, we need to go down there and get a photo with Shane.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, Grace and I Grace more than me. Grace has a big soft spot for Shane. Loves Shane. It's probably one of her favorite house husbands.
Yeah, he's in my top 3. Well. So we go down there, and where we're standing is sort of on the edge of a fence line, and Shane's sitting off to the side. And I said, we should try and get a photo with Shane. And if you don't know, I'm with Kris Jenner, aka my mum.
Yes.
And
love her.
Yeah. And she gets right in there. So she was saying, Shane, Shane, Shane. And Shane was, I think, ignoring her.
Oh,
and she
really?
She just kept saying, Shane, Shane. And the girl sitting next to Shane was looking at mum, just like smiling. And she was like, Shane, Shane, Shane.
Who was the girl?
I don't know. Like, I'm assuming assistant.
Like a worker or something.
Yeah.
Not a sex worker, but like a worker.
No.
Yeah.
And then finally he came up, and we were just like, oh, you're our favorite husband or whatever. And we took the photo with him. His teeth are so white, white.
I was going to say, I thought my teeth are white. His teeth are white.
They're white. They're
I saw them in the photo.
Yeah.
He looks really happy in the photo, though. I love Shane.
Know.
And was he little? Was he little? Because you're quite tall. You're 6'4".
Yeah.
He was little. Not that it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but like really little? Like, was he your mum's height?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But it all happened so fast because I thought that he was dissing us. So, which he wasn't. It was just kind of an awkward time, maybe. Anyway, so we got our photo with Shane, and then we were going to, yes.
What conversation do you have with him, though? Nothing. Just quick selfie, fast, go to and from. Okay. All right. Let's move on from Shane.
He didn't want to chat. Anyway, but I will say, according to other reports, in other situations, he was very chatty and very nice. I think it was just particularly there was like a panel going on. There was a lot of things going on that weren't really conducive to having a conversation. So I'm not like putting across over Shane.
No, because you love Shane. Yes.
Because I love Shane.
And we know he's shy. We know he's shy from the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But what I do really want to say was then we were standing on this fence line and we were going to go sit back down, but I looked down and the steps from the stage, which they were on doing the talk, was right in front of us. And I was like, we're not moving. We're going to stay here. They're going to walk off this stage, and that's how we're going to get our photo. So, yeah. So Emily and Gina walk off first, and we're looking at each other, and we're like, don't stop them. We can't have Garcelle and Sutton walk past us.
Oh, yeah. No, you get Garcelle and Sutton over Gina. I don't even like Gina. Yeah.
So Sutton's walking down the steps, and I'm making eye contact with her, and I was just like, Sutton, you are my favorite housewife.
With your eyes?
Like, yes.
Oh, you said that. But you weren't speaking it? You said that?
I said it. But like my eyes were like Ramona down the catwalk. And Garcelle was behind her, and then my mum like yelled something at Garcelle, and then they both walked down to us. Anyway, the highlight of this is
what did you
we said to them, like, we love you both. We just think you're like the realest, the coolest on your show. You're just cool and good people. Can we have a photo? And they're like, yes, of course. And as I was taking the photo, Sutton says to me in my ear, but I'm just so overwhelmed with everything that's going on. She goes, I love your shirt. And I was like, oh, thank you. Now, little backstory on this. I bought this shirt when I was in LA a few weeks ago, and I bought it with the idea in my head that either Sutton or Heather Dubrow would compliment my shirt while I was at BravoCon, and Sutton did. So that, to me, that was like the pinnacle.
Well, you do work in fashion. You do have good style, and Sutton loves clothes. So that's a compliment for you. That's it. You're done. You can leave. You can leave now.
Yeah, exactly. I achieved it all.
I got questions. So did did they like say, oh, you're Australian? Like, did you travel all the way from Australia to come here? Like, did they hear the accent?
Yes. So they did say, where are you from? And we were like, Australia. And they were like, oh my gosh. But I think the thing is that so many people are around wanting a photo that nothing can really be too much of
Too
a
long.
chat. Yeah.
Yes.
But what I also will say about this before I wrap up on the Beverly Hills is I've seen a lot of people talking about their experience meeting Erica and saying that she was very icy and very like, this is my job. And Sutton and Garcelle, for being on like the highest rated housewives, were the most probably down to earth people that we met today.
Really? That's so
Not
interesting.
that the
Especially
others
because
weren't nice,
I know what you mean though,
but
but
I
what more
expected,
approachable?
yes, and I
And
expect them maybe to not be as much, not nice, but just because when you're on the most popular show, it's sort of like, well, I'm like a part of the A-listers here. Do you know what I mean? And they were just so anti that.
who did you hear about Erica being icy to people, to fans?
So you have photo ops that people had signed up for, and people were writing, I'm in this Facebook group to obviously get the goss about what's going on and where people are. And people were just talking about their experiences. And a lot of people wrote that when they went to their Erica photo op, and she's also selling merchandise there as well. So they go to their booths, and they just said that she couldn't care less, like wasn't even fake being nice, was just sort of like, hi, take a picture, smile, goodbye.
Put it this way, Dorit's meant to be one of her good friends, which we all know and stuff. For her to be at last year's BravoCon and say that her and PK are going to break up and stuff, that just says it all. There you go. Like, that's
Agree.
like, Erica went on the show saying she's never had girlfriends, and then she got really close to Dorit and Kyle, and they really took her in, which they did, and stuck by her with all this shit that went on with her husband and stuff like that. And it just shows you just threw Dorit under the bus. And, Dorit's a whole another story. I love Dorit. I think she's very underrated. We don't have time to talk about that because I want to know about BravoCon. But but wrapping up for Sutton and Garcelle, was Garcelle stunning? Was she really tall? Because Sutton looked amazing in the photo that you guys got together. She looked exactly the same.
Oh, they looked exactly the same.
I love that they're best friends, by the way.
Me too. And they also said, oh, that's one other thing that they said that I thought, I'm glad you're both saying that. Said, I think it was Sutton who said, I get really pissed off when people say that we're friends for this show.
Can you say that again? You just cut
really
out. Sorry.
Sutton said, I get really pissed off when people say we're fake friends or we're only friends for the show, because it's just not true. And I think you can tell that they're really good friends.
Of course.
And it was really nice. Made me like them more. Yes.
Good. Okay, nice. I love that. Juicy. God, day one, so much. Been working hard. What a day. I'm like, oh, I'm not even there and I can feel the energy.
I know. Then we went to a panel about people who had been put on pause and who had made their comeback to the show. So it was Heather Dubrow, Tamra Judge, Taylor Armstrong, Caroline Stanbury. Sheree.
Yep.
She by Sheree.
By Sheree.
And who was the last one from Miami?
Adriana?
No, not Adriana. Anyway, I come back from Miami. I'll come back to that. She didn't really say anything that was very important, so it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that Heather Dubrow is officially friends with everybody in the OC again. And yes, they're all on good terms and they're all partying. And Taylor Armstrong said that she never expected to fight with Heather at all. And anyway, that was interesting. But during this panel, a thought came to me to ask a question because, as you know, big Heather Dubrow fans, if listeners listen to our recap, and I have both been big Heather defenders of
Sorry, can you say that again?
in the latest
It's just
season.
cutting out because I'm in Australia and you're in bloody Las Vegas. It's so far. It just
Oh
cut
my
out.
gosh.
Might have to say that again.
We were both big Heather defenders in the latest season of the OC. So I really wanted to ask her a question. And a question came to me and I got to the front of the line and the person in front of me, they say to them, "Oh, you'll be the last question." And I was so devo because I thought, oh my God, I have the perfect question. Anyway, my day gets better. My day turns around. I sit down near the line because it's coming to an end. And then Dr. Terry Dubrow runs up to the microphone in front of me and he's like, "I have a question. I have a question." And he says, "Oh, for all the ladies, if you had to marry another husband, who would you marry?" And they were all like, "Oh, Terry Dubrow, Terry Dubrow, Terry Dubrow." Anyway, panel's over and I was like, this is my shot. Walk up to Terry. People are pouncing on him. And I just said, "Terry, you are my favorite husband. I love you and I love your wife." And he was like, "Thank you. Thank you so much." Anyway, got our photo with Terry. Then he had to run off.
What does Terry smell like? I feel like Terry smells good. Did he smell good?
Clean.
Yeah, clean. Yeah,
Cologne.
I saw the photo, by the way. He looked very happy. I was very proud. I know how much you love him and Shane. So another tick for the day.
All my husbands have been ticked off.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's funny. So we'll go down that track as well because at BravoCon people pay money to get photo ops of people, and you haven't got photo ops of these people who are your favorites, and you're getting it for free. So good on you.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway,
you just got to hustle.
So go back. So you're at the panel for that Heather Dubrow, yes?
Yes. And so I really wanted to ask that question anyway. Thought it's not meant to be. Then I realized the panel after that is an OC panel. So what they do, it's really weird. You're in a ballroom and they actually, after one panel, they get the audience to leave and they reseat you. And it's like general admission. It's not like you have seated. Anyway, I saw a bar at the back of the room. So I was like, I'm just going to try and hang out at this bar so I can stay in the room so I can get front row seats and I can be near the microphone. So I'm at this bar and I'm buying like bottles of water and I'm standing there and then staff keep coming up to me and they're like, "Hey, you have to leave." And I was like, "Sorry, I'm just waiting on a drink." So I'd buy another drink, standing there. And then this girl looks at me and she's like, "You're onto something." And I said, "Yeah, I know." Anyway, long story short, I get my front row seat. I'm right next to the microphone. So we're in the OC panel and everyone's sort of happy again. And I will say, Shannon Beador is on the right track. She's completed a 28-day outpatient program type of situation. And I think she's feeling very good. And she hasn't spoken to John Jansen in 1 month. So
that's long for her.
Shannon.
Good.
Yeah.
And we won't need to get into that, but we both love Shannon, and by her getting, the DUI and all this is just her from being in love, and she broke up with someone that she was in love with that she thought she was going to spend the rest of her life with.
Yeah.
Like
tough times.
That's tough times, man. Let her be, and she has to do this in front of the world. So just let her be. Let her be.
I totally agree. We know
Let's
she's
support
not a bad
her
person.
and let her be.
Yes. Anyway, so once again, as I said, they've all made up. They're all friends. So it was a little bit of a non-event there. Then it got to the question portion. I jumped up and I was second in line. Anyway, I was doing my little Sonny Joe Flanagan cough, like before you get on the mic, the little try and get it out, trying to dull my Australian accent. And should I ask my question again on the podcast?
Go on, I'll be the panel for our listeners who haven't seen the video already, because I've seen the video, but I'll go into that in a second.
So proud of this question.
The next question, please.
I said, "Hi, I'm Grace. I'm from Sydney, Australia," to which got a little bit of applause. "And my question's for Heather, and I said, Heather, I really love you. I'd just like to know, how over it are you that these girls use your wealth as a weapon against you?
Ooh, drop the mic.
Ooh. And when you watch this video back, because when I was doing it, I was having an out of body experience. But when I watched the video back and I heard the applause for my question, I was like vindicated, man. And Heather, of course, as we know, is such a class act and she's made up with everyone. So she's obviously not going to diss them on stage. However, I think when you watch her reply back, there's a little bit of her that's like, thanks for putting that out there for me. You know, I'm not going to agree publicly, but we all know it's true. Anyway, when I came and sat back down, the guy sitting behind me was like, that's a great question. That's a really good question and so true. And I think when you watch the previous season, we all know it's so true. And even Heather says it in the previous season. So I think that she was playing nice to stay friends there.
Obviously, I've seen the video because this is for our podcast. If you, we've put it actually on our socials, so you can watch it. There's two things I'm going to say. First of all, what's the Chihuahua's one's name from the OC? Always barking at everyone. What's her name?
Tamra.
What? When you were answering the,
Tamra and I are in a feud now.
I know, I can see it. So when you were asking the question to Heather Dubrow, why did Tamra chap in? What did she say?
She said
the question wasn't for her.
No, I know. She said, is it? And I just thought, oh my God, the nerve of you. And I think like it took a lot of my might and I went, yes. And I was like, oh, okay, I need to stop myself here. Like,
you're not a housewife.
I'm not. Yeah. And this is not my podcast. Like, I can't just get in there. But I don't know. I honestly think Tamra answered that so quick because it was sort of like a little bit of a stab to her, because deep down Tamra knows that she totally did that the whole last season.
Exactly. I agree with you. All the viewers around the world know this. Hey, when all our listeners watch the video of you asking this question to Heather Dubrow, mind you, which was a good video. If you are listening to this episode now, you can just go on any of the socials. I have uploaded it already. I was so proud of you. It felt like me being here. I can see you all the way in Las Vegas. It felt like you were Miss Universe, that competition, and you're representing Australia. And do you know when you get to the top 5 and they give you the microphone and they put the headphones on you so the other contestants can't hear, and they ask everyone the same question, and then you got up and you're like, hi, I'm Grace and I'm from Sydney, Australia. And then when you said that, the whole audience is like, woo! And I'm like, Americans love Australians and they knew that you traveled so far. And then you answered the question and everyone went, ooh, and started clapping. I was like, everyone was like, good question. I'm like, and this showed in the video. I was literally like, yes, Grace! Like I was watching the football or something. Like I was so excited watching this on my phone on a screen. Like, good on you. You're representing Australia and you're representing our podcast of Spilling the Tequila, and you're representing Heather Dubrow because I know you love her. I love her as well. And good question. And you stuck that in there.
Thank you so much. And I'm here to ask the tough questions, and I'm not going to softball anybody. Anyway, and I can't tell you, as you know, I'm not a narcissist, but I can't tell you how happy I was to watch that video back and hear that applause for my question. Honestly, I felt vindicated.
Heidi's like, how did she do that in front of all those people on the big giant screen? I was like, Grace is a presenter. We have a podcast. She loves this. She's used to it. It's easy. It's like second nature.
Heidi. Yeah, get me up on that stage.
Anyway, moving on. This is just, I cannot believe this for day one. Like, I don't know how you feel. Like, I think you weren't even able to sleep tonight and you love sleep. That's how excited you are.
I know. I'm wired. I'm totally wired.
That's a good note. It's wired. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And like, at this point, we're only like 3 hours a day.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, like, you meet one celebrity that you look up to from a TV show or movie, but to get 5 or 7 within like 3 hours, like that's a lot. That's a lot for somebody, like, you know.
The only way I can explain it is it's sort of like a scavenger hunt for adults. Like you're
Fun.
in this room with 10,000 people and you're like, okay, I know that there's at least 100 Bravo celebrities here. Let's find them.
True.
Yeah.
True. That's fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. Anyway, I'll briefly touch on went to the Summer House panel, which I know you don't watch Summer House, but if any of our listeners do, it was the first time Lindsay and Carl saw each other. They were engaged, and Carl broke off or called off the wedding a month out of the like from the actual wedding date. So that was awkward, but they were sort of very civil. And what else happened in the Summer House thing? Andrea is engaged. If you watch Summer House, you'll be very happy because we love Andrea.
I got a question. Is Summer House the show where Paige is from?
Yes.
Okay, because you remind me of Paige, and I think you look like her, and I remind myself of Craig. So
yes,
yeah, I don't look like Craig, but yes.
Paige was all good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you like her fashion? What did she have on?
She had on like a cropped long sleeve like white business shirt with a black tie and a red skirt that had rosettes all over it. Looked very cool.
One thing that I started laughing before you go to the next bit is I saw like a recap of Craig saying like, I want a wife and kids. And then Paige had their glass of wine. She's like, ugh, she reminds me of you so much. Not that you don't want to have kids and stuff, but you'd be like, oh, why are you going on about this now?
No,
and like the photo shoot of them with like the pillowcases. Have you seen those? Like so.
It's so good. It's so funny. It's so funny. It must be so entertaining to be in that relationship, honestly.
I know.
So anyway, from there, we left the panel and then there's sort of like a marketplace where everyone has set up their stalls.
Good. Yes. Okay. Good. Keep going because I saw that with photos you sent me. I won't say anything. I'll wait till you bring up the next people you met. What is that? What's the stalls? Because I saw one that you met Ramona's daughter Avery, which you're probably going to go into now.
Yes. So basically, like Craig has Sewing Down South, or
was he there?
She by Sheree. I didn't see Craig today, but he was there today. But haven't seen him yet. But got 2 more days to go. She by Sheree, any Bravo celebrity that basically has a brand, like DJ James Kennedy has a brand there, Tom Sandoval's selling shirts, like that type of situation.
Okay.
And so basically when you have free time, you just walk around and then they'll go to their booths and take photos with people. So you would see all these big lines and you'd be like, what's this line for? And they'd be like, oh, Shayna's coming, from Vanderpump. Because she's selling her single Good as Gold on vinyl, which I didn't buy, but I probably should. So that type of situation. Anyway, we were walking around for a bit and then we saw Avery. And if the viewers don't know, Ramona Singer is my numero uno housewife of all time. She's my all-time favorite. She's also Kris Jenner's all-time favorite. And a few days ago, it was announced that she was uninvited from BravoCon because of a little snafu.
Look, it's not something we need to get into, but
no,
everyone probably knows. But
everyone probably knows if they're listening to this episode. Anyway, love her or hate her, we love her. We were devastated. So we saw Avery and we were like, we're going to say hello to Avery. Just say, we love your mum, like, and you. Anyway, spoke to her. She was nice. Bought some hats off her, support young biz. And
was she selling hats?
No, so she has like a company that plans your bachelorette party for you.
I did know that actually.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So she was just selling like merch. Yeah.
She lovely? Does she have a big line to see her?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, because I saw the photo and stuff and it looked like you're in like I don't know. It looked very random. It just looked very like a little bit poor. Not poor, but like dodgy. Not poor. It's the wrong word. Like it looked dodgy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I don't know. It looked dodgy, like you're at some like dodgy markets or something. It was very strange.
Yeah, no. It is a bit weird.
Yes.
But anyway, it is what it is. She was nice. She was appreciative. She obviously didn't say much about her mum, hence just because of what's going on.
The racial comments.
So, yes. So we continued walking, and we then spotted the OG of the OC, Vicky Gumbelson.
Oh my God, you saw Vicky?
Yeah, so we
I
saw
didn't
her
know
on
you
the
saw Vicky.
panel, but we saw her in real life. And then we joined this line to take a photo. And then anyway, this woman came in. She's like, you can't join this line. Vicky's leaving now. And there was a bit of an issue there. So we left that line and we were like, Vicky will be back. We will find Vicky before the weekend's over. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this woman walks past in a striped shirt, I think, off the top of my head, who's got this bleach blonde hair. And I was like, holy shit, that's Dorinda. And I look around for Kris Jenner, and Kris Jenner's gone. She's chasing after Dorinda. Now, Dorinda has this entourage around her, and it looks
of security.
Yeah. Not
Really?
security, but like BravoCon staff. So they're all women around her.
Okay.
And Kris looks like she's a part of the entourage, like trying to keep up with the crew. And she's got her phone out, like paparazzi. And I can't hear her. I'm filming this all happening from my back.
We will put the video up, guys.
We will put the video up. And she later told me that she was just saying, Dorinda, 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 Dorinda. And there is a moment Dorinda looks up.
Say that again. You're cutting out. Sorry, and you're laughing.
Sorry.
I can't understand you because it's so funny. And the listeners probably can't understand you because it's funny. We know it's funny, but we want to know why it's funny. Hold yourself together.
There is a moment after she's yelling, Dorinda, Dorinda, Dorinda. There is the moment that is caught on video in a split second that Dorinda looks up and she's got this look on her face like shocked. And my mum has got the phone out and she's like got her mouth dropped open in total shock as well. And you will all see the photo. It's hilarious. It's very funny. And then I also have the photo, which you haven't seen, Sunny, that was taken on my mum's phone. So it was from her point of view, just of Dorinda's face, like in total shock. Yes.
We will put the video up, guys. I'm a big fan of Dorinda, so I don't blame your mom for chasing her. We've all been there.
Yeah.
And I'm glad your mum had that moment.
Yes, I know. And I also just wanted to say before our final little moment of today that BravoCon really is like if you were meeting the Beatles in the 60s. Like everyone is just mental. Like it is like you're meeting Michael Jackson or something. Like everyone's just going crazy. They're shoving each other. Like they're putting cameras in these people's faces. Like it is ruthless in there, man. It is. It's totally ruthless.
No wonder why the Bravo celebrities love it. They're just going into these like warehouse rooms in Las Vegas and they're just egos are just going out of their brains. They're just like, they got security around them and stuff. I love it. Good on them. Good on them.
I know. That's what I think. I'm so happy for them. Like,
do you know what's funny that I want to add in? I was on Facebook and I saw heaps of people posting about BravoCon because I put up our Spilling Tequila podcast. Will be releasing an episode tonight. And heaps of people are saying, if anyone's got any videos or photos, can people post them? Because we want to see what the housewives look like without filters. Because obviously they always post photos with filters and stuff. So all these people are posting photos and everyone's just got so much makeup on. But the ones that you've got photos with, like, you know what? Shannon looked really, really good.
Shannon looked amazing.
Yes.
Shannon looked amazing. So that brings me to my final story of the day, which is my Shannon Beador interaction.
Good segue that I led you in then.
Yes, you did. And once again, if you listen to our recaps, you know that Sunny and I are big Shannon Beador fans. And so I'm in this line. And obviously, as we've said, for 6 months or so now, Spilling the Tequila is live from BravoCon. So I'm in this line to meet Shannon. And I'm thinking to myself, how can I be smart about this, Grace? Like, how can you promote this podcast? And I'm not obviously going to say to someone, like, can you say, listen to Spilling the Tequila on Spotify? Because I think I don't want to make someone's or ask someone to say something they've never listened to in their life and endorse it. Like, that feels dirty.
Very dirty. That's like
Yeah.
that's like nappy dirty.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if I just, then I'm in the line, I'm like, if I just ask someone to say spilling the tequila, like,
Correct.
that's not offensive. Like, whatever. Anyway, so I'm in the line, I think, yeah, smart businesswoman, Grace. So we get to the front. Yeah, thank you. And she's nice as pie, and she says, where are you guys from? And we were like, Sydney, Australia. She's like, oh my God, that's so far. Anyway, this woman's videoing. And I have the utmost respect for Shannon, and so embarrassing for me. And I look at Shannon and I'm like, Shannon, this is a video, not a photo. Would you mind if we all said spilling the tequila? And she goes, and you can watch it in the video, as she says, oh, I don't think I'm not going to say that just because of my DUI. And she like looked down and did that Shannon thing that she does.
The poor thing.
No. She was really nice. She was very funny about it.
But just the poor thing that you weren't thinking. You were just trying to like spilling the tequila, like, for our podcast, but forgetting that she got a DUI and she can't be online saying spilling tequila like she's driving and spilling the tequila.
Correct.
Oh, what did you do? Did your heart stink?
I was just like, you could, like, let's slow-mo this video down and you'll pinpoint the moment. Yes, my heart sank. And I said, I'm so sorry. I just honestly didn't think. And she was like, no, that's fine. And I was like, okay, great. Sorry.
What did Kris Jenner do? Was she giving you evil stare?
No, she was fine. I don't think she even like registered what was going on.
She's just still like on a high of just like she's next to Shannon probably.
She's recovering from her run. Your mum looked very happy,
by the way. Your mum looked it's the happiest I've ever seen her.
It's probably the happiest we've both ever been.
No, so yes, the video is Shannon, guys. We'll also post that up as well once this episode's out, so you can have a look. And bless Shannon. And out of everyone that you met today on day one, was Shannon probably one of the nicest? Would you say? Not that the other ones weren't nice, but just like conversation-wise, like you're from Australia, chit chat talk.
Shannon had a big lineup behind us. And when I was watching her, not only with us, because she did talk to us a little bit, she spoke to everyone a bit. And I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't expect that from Shannon. Not because I don't think any of these people aren't nice people, but it would be so easy if you had a line of 150 people just to be like, hey, how are you? Like, smile, bye, have a good day. Just get through everybody. So no, she definitely. And I also just want to say that I think what she said about obviously not saying that is very responsible. And I think that you can tell that she really regrets what has happened. And we are Team Shannon Beador on this podcast.
We are Team Shannon Beador. We love you all the way from Australia. Good old Shannon. We love to keep. She keeps saying that. She's not allowed to drink.
No.
Like, if you get a DUI, are you allowed to drink again? No. You just can't. Yeah, she can drink. You just can't drink.
Yeah.
She's not an alcoholic. It just means you're drunk while driving.
Yeah. I just think, it just doesn't look great, obviously.
Yes, of course.
Which is fair enough. So yeah, that's the wrap up of the day. I'm going to say pinnacle was definitely Sutton and Garcelle, how it started.
Crazy. I cannot believe, and I'm so happy for you guys that this happened, because I know this is like a big moment. You've flown all the way from Australia to go there, so like crazy. You got day 2, day 3 coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We will be releasing an episode tomorrow as well for day 2 and an episode for day 3. Who have you got on mind that you want to visit tomorrow?
Look, I really want to meet Craig, Shep, and Austin.
You need that for me too. I'm a big fan of Craig and Shep. So
I'd love to meet Patricia as well.
Do you reckon she'll go?
She's there, yeah.
Is she there? She might be too old though.
No, she's there. She's
Yeah,
around.
right. Drinking.
Obviously, I would love to meet properly or have a photo with Dorinda, Sonia Morgan, and the Countess Luann de Lesseps.
Oh yeah, you love Luann. Yes,
I love
true.
Luann.
Yeah.
And they're probably my main ones. I still want my photo with Heather Dubrow.
True.
And I mean, the ultimate dream would be Lisa Vanderpump, obviously, but that's quite difficult to
Yeah,
achieve.
I feel like
and Lisa Barlow. Duh.
Oh yeah, Joe, you love Lisa Barlow. I think Lisa
Yeah.
Barlow will be easy. They're only up to season 4 or 5. They're not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They don't have like big
I'll track
celebrity
her
ego.
down. Yeah.
I think Lisa Vanderpump will be hard because like when you say like the celebrity, like that's well, and this episode here, but it's like Erica Jane, how people saying she's cold. I get it, it's a job and stuff, but she needs it. If you want people going to your concerts in Las Vegas and stuff, all it takes is like, hey, I really like your red shirt, Grace. It's really nice. Do you want to get a photo? Nice. Give someone a little bit of a nice compliment. It's not hard.
Oh, Lisa Vanderpump is out there taking a lot of photos, but I think it's just with her that if one person finds her, 500 people are around her. Like getting to her is very difficult just because she's so popular.
Here's an idea for you. So before we go, we'll wrap this up because we've gone over time. You say that, sneaking into lines where you did the cup thing so you could stay in, you got to start thinking of ways smart to find people like you have. That's a good one. Maybe you should go to a gift shop and like find like a little teddy bear jiggly dog, but hold it walking around. When you see Lisa, walk past her, mate, she's going to come over to you and try to pat that dog. And then she's going to find out it's fake, but then you can tell it was a way for you to get a picture with her.
That's very intelligent.
That's smart.
If you got any other ideas, message me.
Yes, please send us comments on any of our socials. And anyone that's not at BravoCon like myself, anyone that any ideas you want Grace to do or meet or anything like that or get juicy, please message us and she will do it.
I will do it.
Yeah. I'm happy with Emma. But just Craig and Shep would be mine, but yeah. Dallas is not there. There's no Dallas, is there?
No.
Okay.
Dubai.
I was going to say, huh?
Dubai.
Oh, no. What about New York, New Roni?
New Roni's there, but not Jenna Lyons.
I know Jenna's not there, but
I'd love to meet Jessel.
Yeah, Jessel and...
yeah, Pavit. Pavitt.
Yeah.
Pavitt.
Yeah. Pratik.
Pavitt.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, Pavitt. Yeah. I sent him an email actually to get him on the show.
Did you actually?
I did. Yeah. Because he loves chicken and all these food. Not yet, but it's BravoCon, so I know he's very busy.
Mm-hmm. No, good point. Yeah. Good point.
Yes.
But we'd love to have Pavitt on the show.
Yeah, we'll have Pavitt on the show.
And also, sorry, one last thing because we're over time. I just want to say that if Tamra Judge is listening to this, have me on 2 Ts or come on our podcast actually, Tamra, because I have a lot to talk to you about.
True, bring it on. Because Avery did have a beef.
Feud.
Let's beef at BravoCon. Let's bring it on. So yeah, done. Well, thank you so much for listening, guys. Please leave some comments and a like and tune in tomorrow and the following day to hear all about day 2 and day 3 for BravoCon coming live from Las Vegas. Grace, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Ciao.